Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back. And as you can see, this is the terms used for the introduction part, again. And today I'm actually going to be trying to get this thing into this bit and then get it fully workable. So that is probably going to be like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, most likely 10 or 12 of these things fully workable. And I'm going to be doing that by using the format, the text option for Krita, but let's see if that actually works. If not, well, then we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way. So I'm just going to be doing this. Let's see, making sure that I have this into one group. I'm just going to do a quick group here. 1 and 2. And 3. There we go. And this one. Alright, let's go. Well, let's go on this and then see if this works, because, well, you know, that's the plan of it at least. Alright, so now I'm gonna be grabbing this to here. Fuck. Don't tell me I need to do this onto a different layer. God damn it. Alright, so now I have the placeholder text. Create a text, create a style presence. I cannot select a presence, god damn it. Alright, text property. Great. Text mode, text settings, settings mode, enable settings mode, type settings mode, repositioning, FTL, pre-formatting, and if I'm correct, this doesn't have any. What do we have? Untagged. Alright, well, fine. Use predetermined one. The GLIMP palette. GLIMP palette that provides the alternative unicoding. Ugh. It's all that part. Let me just grab this to see if I can get anything here that I actually want to add to it. Create new text with visual cursor. Paste text at which reset. No. Prepositioning, so there is no way of creating new line work. So it's only this way of doing things. Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely fucking terrible, because if I can go for blah, for instance, I have this. God damn it. Alright. That means that this is still useless as fuck for me. Great. Well, glad I did it the original way out. So, time to get back into things, because I actually did do this rightfully. So, we have the drawings. So I'm going to go back to the drawings. Then I'm going to go to the Japanese lessons. Then I'm going to go to the practice papers. And we have all of these word of introductions, because, well, you know, I actually worked on them. So, we're going to be doing that. We're going to do it the original way of doing things. So, I'm going to be picking up this. There you go, the first introduction part, and then no. Then we're going to open the second part, and then the third part, and then the fourth part. So, I'm just going to do it the original way out. Luckily, I have done this time and time again. This was very time consuming, but turned out to be actually a smart idea, not gonna lie, because that means that I was not relying on the things that I had, but yeah. So right now we actually have this, and then we can just, you know, do transparent, draw over them, done. So I'm gonna be just doing this, picking up the 1, picking up 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are the introduction words. So those are all the words that I had. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is that I forgot to see if it worked. This one actually had already one, so don't need that. This one doesn't have it, so I'm going to be saving this as a PNG file. Save it as a PNG file. There you go. Save the word of introduction part 2 as a PNG file. There you go. Metastore, yeah. Oh. Alright, fine. It's already crashing. I should have not done this greedy. Oh well. So now we have done that. We have the PNG version of it. Now we're gonna go here and grab this one, save it, and then save as the PNG version. Then make sure that the metas file is actually saved, correct? Yes, alright. Now that one is also saved as PNG. Now we're going to be saving that as well as a PNG file. There we go. Then we're going to save this as a PNG file as well, so save as PNG file. And this one, save as PNG file. Then we're going to go here, save this as a PNG file, and then I should have everything that I want for this, because then I can actually just do this and then go back around. And then of course, again, save this as a PNG file. Alright, now we have everything in it as a PNG file. That should work. So now, if I now grab these things, I open the image, I open the PNG version. Yeah. Just pick up. Something is wrong here. Ah, yes. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. What matters is that I can actually practice this now. So we're going to go from 8 to 1. Quite easy. And we're just going to do it on a different layer, because I'm not doing that too much. Seems like I had not the right way for it, but oh well. So, as the first thing that I have here is a subject, which is a Shugo, I believe, correct, and then predicate is then Jutsuku. So let's see if that is correct, how I pronounce it. And this is why I always have this like easy peasy on this one. So we're gonna go to Google Translate on this one. Just go Google Translate because, well, I need it anyway. And then we're gonna just pick up the things. So we are at what one? We have subject. Alright, then we're gonna go here and pick up subject, because that's how this works. This is why I always have all these things there. So we're just gonna go here, look for the word subject, Shugo. Yeah, so there you go, copy it. And then we're gonna pick it here.
Shugo.
So Shugo. Now, time to get 25 pixels in there. So, different layer. Subject. which is then of course stripe 1, stripe 2, stripe 3, stripe 4, stripe 5. 1, 2, 1, 1. Which is then of course shugo. There we go. Holy shit, my yes. I forgot I'm using a terrible fucking pen for this. Oh well. I'm sure if I'm zooming in a little bit more, that actually works better. So now it's Shitsugo. So Shitsugo is then, of course, you know, predicate. So let's go with that one and doing it again. Because we have Shugo, and now we're going to go for the next one, which is then predicate. So we're just going to copy this. Not touching anything else because, well, you know, we don't want to hurt anything. So now we have predicate.
Predicate.
Predicate. Predicate. Not predicate. Alright.
述語
Yes. Jutsugo. Alright. Jutsugo. Yes. Jutsugo. It is very hot outside, but sometimes things need to be done. Because that's how these look, right? Yes. That's the whole point of this. So we have and the go is right there still. So we have ju, jutsugo. Alright, now we're going to go to object, which is then, of course, moktekigo. Moktekigo. So let's go to that. So it's moktekigo. So moktekigo. So let's see if that is correct. I'm sure it is, so
目的語
yes, moktekigo. So the U is not spoken out. So we have object. Which is then which is then of course 1, 2, 3 stripes, mok, and then this is teki, and then let's go. So that's moku, but we don't speak out the U. So mok, teki, moktekigo. Moktekigo. Oh, cancel. Mokteki. Oh, Jesus. Moktekigo. Alright. So now we're going to go to the next one, which is topic, which is should I? Should I? Am I correct? Should I? So let's see if that is correct. So yes, should I? So let's pick this up. do it like that.
主題
Indeed, should I? So we now have topic, so that means that I'm gonna go TOPEC, and then of course do the rest again. And then this bit is die. Which is then of course topic is then should I. Alright, now we're gonna go to negative. So now we have negative, which is haite. Haite. So haite, and then of course the second one is then of course positive, which is kote. So now we're gonna go back here, and this one. Now we're gonna go over here. Grab of course the affirmative one, which is kote, and pick that one up.
肯定
Yes, kote. So again. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh well. And then we're gonna go for. Well, it's not technically positive, but now I'm doing it like that. Affirmative, basically. It's 3-1, yeah, it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Go te kote. All right. Then we're gonna go to the negative one, which is haite. Haite. So now we're gonna go that way. So I switched them around, it seems. So let's do that. My bad on that one.
Hite.
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 Yeah, hite.
Negation.
Yes, negative. Denial. Yeah. Same here. So we have negative, which is then of course negative. Negative, which is then of course he. Te. He. Te. All right, now we're gonna go to the next one, which is then of course perfection, which is kanjo. So now we're gonna go that way. So time to grab that one. And then of course put that in here. That's the fun part about all of this, you know, it's quite easy to do, but it is a repetitive work, but it is necessary. Because you need to be always, when you have new words, you always need to do some repetitive and then go back forward afterwards. That's why I'm doing it right now.
完了
Yeah, kanjo. So, there you go.
完了
Yes. Kanjo. Alright. So now we're gonna go here. Perfective, which is then of course And then of course then after that it's that. So technically it's kan, and then the R is not spoken out. The R is not spoken out, so technically you have this kanjo. Or at least, you know, it's not rolling at all. Alright, then we're gonna go here again. Then we're gonna go for the second bit, which is mikanjo. Mikanjo, which is then of course imperfection. Imperfective or incomplete.
미완료,
Mikanjo, yes. Alright, so now we're gonna go here and do that again. So time to zoom out a bit because, well, you know, it's almost there. Imperfective. Mi can jo. So now we have the first bit done. So there you go. And as you can see, my writing is a little bit off today because, well, you know, it's fucking hot. So, and I'm doing this a little bit faster than normal, and then no saving. Now that we've done the 8th one, now we're gonna go to the 7th one. Can I just do the RGB? Let's go for just built-in. As the RGB built-in. Alright. There we go. Finally. There you go. That saves me a lot of issues and headache as well. So now we're up at the second bit. So as you can see, we're now at the next bit of it all. So now we're gonna go for kanjo. Kajo. 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 Ne, kajo. Not you. Kajo, and then of course, and that's a K row. Alright. Ju, then a row if I'm correct. So we're gonna go that way. That is in here. So ka-jo, and we're gonna go that way. So let's go with that. So that's a K line. So we have this.
가교,
Yeah, kajo. So indeed, now we're gonna do. I'll write it over. So that's a K row, and that's a K row. That is this. That's a very there we go. Now I can write. So we have a K row. The K row is a row of words, which are the, let me see where it is. The K row is the ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. So basically the hiragana and katakana things. So we have that. So we have, first we have this one. That is ka, that means ka, and then we have a row. And a row is basically this. That's a wording type. And of course that means then ka jo. The U is left out. Alright, then we have the I line, and that means that we are dealing with I retsu, retsu. So that is indeed a thing. So now we're dealing with the I line. I retsu. Because the su is still spoken out in this one, because it's not irets, it's iretsu. Well, desu, the desu, that one it actually is just des. So it's a little bit of a differences, but let's see if I can get this right. The I row.
異列、
Yes, iretsu. Alright, so time to write it down. The I line. That's I. And that's the J, right? Let me see if I didn't butcher it. Yes, I did do it correctly. Well, almost. Almost. There is one bit here missing. There you go, the I line, which is the I, re, tsu, ratsu. Ratsu means line, basically. That's why it's called airatsu. Alright, polite style of speaking, which is of course also a thing. So we're gonna do that now. Let me just do something here to make sure that I double check something, just in case. There you go. Yep, it works. Alright. That means that the mic is actually fully working. That is good. Just in case I don't waste a fucking whole hour again. Of not speaking while doing the busy work. So polite style of speech, which is tenetai. Yes, tenetai. If I'm correct. Let's see if that is correct. So, polite way of speech. Tenetai. Yes, tenetai. Alright, let's do that and pick that up and see if that is correct.
Tenetai.
Tenetai. Yes, tenetai. Tenetai. Alright, so that is indeed correct. Now time to type it in. Polite style of speech. Polite style of speech. So the first one is just a J, which is a te. This one, I remember that one was absolutely a horror to find. Let's see if that is correct. Oh. And that's a derp. Yeah. There you go. Yes. Let's see, so it's 1-1 and then oh fuck. It's that bit. Oh no, I did that bit correctly. So it is te ne tai. Polite style of speech. And then we have the plain style of speech. Plain style of speech. Which was futsutai. Futsutai. Yeah, that's what it was. So now I need to go here and here again, grab the one that I have done. Grab that futsutai, which is then of course the polite way of style of speech. So time to put that in there. So that's a normal one.
普通体
Yeah, futsutai. Alright. And this bit, by the way, is wrong. That's a terrible fucking... that's a terrible translation because of this katakana right here. Usual. That katakana was indeed terrible. Or kanji at least. So, let's type it in. So, now we have that. Futsu. Futsu. Futsutai. Alright, now we have inflection. Inflection. Which is katsuo. Katsujo. Katsujo, yeah. That was also one that was a little bit of a tongue twister. Katsujo. Katsujo. There you go. Katsujo. And then you have that in here.
活用活用
Well, that is incorrect, I believe. So katsujo. Katsuyo. No, I don't think so. Let's see if I can find it. Bookmarks. Management. Nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. Where is this stupid thing? Why is that not showing up on when I'm selecting it correctly? Jesus. Particularly used? No. But I'm using the word, so... fuck it. I think I will go for that one. So it's katsujo, but... So the J is not spoken out?
活用活用
katsuryo. Yo. So it's the... It's not jo, it's yo. Yo or not j. It's not j. It's yo. It's yo. So I need to fix that. So technically it's katsujo. Katsujo. Katsuyo. So not jo, but yo. So technically you say it like that. Alright. Time to put it in there. So, boop, boop, boop. What a terrible way to do it. Katsu, and then of course jo. Katsu yo. Alright. Fucking hell. There. Time to get for form. Form is then of course formu. Because that is the katakana one. Which I was surprised about because it was annoying as hell. So it's not the R is not spoken out, but yes. So we have here, we have formu.
form
Yes, correct. So formu, so boop. Formu. So technically the O is not spoken out. So it's just formu. forme, which is form. Then we have form itself. Then we have modifications, and I see I made some issues with this. I went a little bit lazy on these things. Alright, well, luckily I have them here. A form, katashi. So, katashi. So, time to type that in. Katashi. Oh wait, katashi. Yes, katashi. And then of course we have modifications, which is then the shushoku. Shushoku, which is modification. Yeah. So modification. Modificazione. Modification. Fugu. And I believe this one is in the chi. Alright, time to see. Oh yeah, the modification is shushoku. Yeah, shushoku. Shu. Shu. Blah. Shu. Shoku. Shushoku. Then we have exception. Exception, which is of course then again the re. Regai. Regai. Alright, then time to leave this one. No time for that. And time to go for part 6. So now we have this one. So time to get another one here. So now we have the simple words again. So we have tango. So these ones are easy to pronounce, so I'm not going to be doing the Google Translate again, because I know I'm correct on this one. But holy shit, it's long work. Tango. Tango. So tango. Then we have a phrase. No. A phrase, which is then of course que. Then we have a clause. Which is then the setsu. Yes, setsu. Yeah, that's the one. Setsu, because you need to speak that out double. Then we have pronunciation. Pronunciation, which is then of course Hatsuon. Hatsuon. So that's good. Fun fact is all of these things are actually on the top up part of this. So we had this all done. Now we're actually doing this bit right here. Pronunciation. So we have indeed this one done. Hatsuon. Yes. Now we're gonna go for a vowel, which is a buin. And then we have a consonant, of course, which is a shin. And then, of course, a mora, which is then the haku. And then, of course, we have accent, which is then the accento. And intonation is then intonation. Oh, for fuck's sake. Never gets old. Never gets old on these things. All right, so let's continue with the whole damn thing. That's the fun part about this. You can just do things. When you finally have written them down, you can actually reuse them as your practice, like I'm doing right now. Don't have to do unnecessary, removal of paperwork. I'm just doing it all on this thing because, well, it's easy, and then I can just go back at it again the next time. And then it's again clean, and then I can do it again. Buin, a vowel, and then we have a constant, a consonant, not a constant, a consonant, which is of course a shin. Shin. Then we have a mora, which of course is then haku. And then we have accent, which is then written down in katakana again, like a piece of shit. Accento. And then, of course, intonation. In to ne si I on intonation. There we go. And that is all for 6. No saving, please. Thank you very much. And now we're gonna go to the next one, which we have like so it's quite easy to do it. All right, now we have a topic, a subject. Ooh, a topic and a subject. So we can just casually do this and then make it all disappear like that. Ah, wait, this is bad. This is already what I have done. No saving. I need to go for 5 PNG, not this one, and then build in, yes, blah, 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 don't care. It's because I actually did this on a different color scheme. Back in the day when I had actually Windows, and now Windows is gone, and then the whole color scheme thing is also missing. I need to find a package for that once, but I'm not gonna do that while the breach is still active, so I'm not gonna be updating for at least a month until they fix it. Bloody fucking hell. And most likely they will be fixing it partially, so. So now we have a nuance sentence. So a nuance sentence, Jesus, I'm writing Gothic right now. Jeez, sentence. It's way too big. A nuance sentence, which is of course a sentence but different. It talks about the subject, if I'm correct. Bun is that one. And that, of course, is then me, she, bun. Now we have a vocabulary sentence, which is then, of course, a doshiban. This is do. That is a do, and then this is a she. And then this is bun. So we have doshiban. Doshiban. And then we have an adjective sentence. Something that says something about an object, if I'm correct. Because it's adjective. Which is, of course, is then Kiyoshiban. Yeah, that's the Kiyo. Kiyoshi. Kiyoshiban. And of course the bun again. Ke yo shi bun. Kiyoshiban. Then we have a word. Which is tango or go. Tango. And again, tang, and then this is the go. Let's see if that is correct. That is actually one that actually is a little bit of concern. So let's see. A word. Yes, that is indeed correct. So that is indeed this. So square, broader, and that's on the go. All right. Now we have done 5. Then we're gonna go to 4. A question word. Ooh, fancy. So now we're gonna go to 4, and then we actually have almost done everything on this of repetition per work. So now we have an adverb. So adverb. Fuku, and then this is a she again. Fukushi. 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 Because if I'm looking at this, and I'm gonna go now to the adverbs, which is over here. Wait, hold up. add verb, not adjective, add verb. Lesson, index, word, clause, context, answer, exercise, adjectives. For lesson, expansion, answer, practice reading at index. Here it is. Fukushi. Fukushi. So yes, Fukushi is that. And then if I type it in here, it should do the same thing. An adverb.
福祉、福祉、
Yeah, Fukushi. So indeed, that is correct. So then we're now going for conjunction. Conjunction. And conjunction. Junction. Alright. So now we're gonna look at that. So let's see where that leads us. Adverb conjunction. Which is that one. So then we have setsuzukushi. 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 So that's the one. Alright, time to get that one in. Zatsu Fu Fuku Zuko, and then of course if I'm correct, that's how to write it down. Let's zoom in a bit. So we have the conjunction right here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, stripe up, down, stripe inwards. Yes, correct. Alright, cool. Nice. Alright. Now we're gonna go to the next one and repeat until we're at 0. So Z Tsu Zu Zuko Zuko Shi. Setsu Zukoshi. Zukoshi. Then we have quantifier. Quantifier. Shushi. Shushi. And then of course sushi. Then we have counters. That is then Joshi, Joshushi, Joshushi, Joshushi. So I'm gonna be doing that one. Translate that just in case. Joshushi. Alright, time to see if that is correct. Joshushi. Yes. So if I'm now putting that in there, it should work.
助数詞
Joshushi, yeah. Alright. Next one. And then how long is it? Oh, fucking already an hour in. Well, did it pretty well. Got like halfway through this, so I'm gonna be calling it here. Because, well, you know, it's just work around. It's just work, so it's not that of an issue. What the? What? No, this is supposed to be not transparent, you dipshit. That should be on. Oh, alright, fine. You win. You win today, Jesus, terrible piece of shit. I look away once, alright, so yes. I'm gonna do this on a different layer because somehow bastard ain't gonna be calling me good. Alright. Layer issues. Always fun to see that with transparency. So now we have the question word, which is jishushi. Alright, got until 4 before the whole damn thing broke. Great. And then call it quits and then don't save. Alright. Let's see. We're in 50 minutes in. Well, we're almost 1 hour in. And we need only 2 more. Let's do it. And then call it a day. Let's call it a day after that. So, we have already the verb, which is then the do. Yes. Yeah, I know why this one is there. Because it's always, again with the she's, but different. So this time it's about the doshi, the keiyoshi, the aikyoshi, and then the nakyoshi and the joshi. The joshi. Joshi is, of course, you know, a particle. The verb is the doshi, the adjective is the kyoshi, then the I adjective is then the aikyoshi, then the na adjective is then the nakyoshi. So that's the whole jam with that whole damn sentence part. I forgot about that part where it was annoying as hell to look these things up. Luckily, once you have those things, then you don't have to worry about anything else. So we have the do-shi. Then we have the adjective. Kiyoshi. Then we have the I adjective, which is almost the same. I ke yo shi. Then we have the na adjective, which is also the same as the first one, but one letter different. Yay. Na ke Nakeyoshi. Alright, and then we have particle. 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 Yeah, particle. Particle. Joshi. Yoshi, and then of course Keyoshi. Nakeyoshi. Alright. Next one. The last one, but least. 2. Which has review, contents, index, grammar, sentence, and new one. Which should be fine, to be honest. But it's getting hot. I mean, because of the computer. Mainly because it is 26 degrees inside, but oh well. It's not like I have an airco or anything like that. Don't have that luxury. Alright. A review. Fukushu. Not Fukushi, but Fukushu. Fukushu. Then we have contents, which is mokuji. Ah, but fucking hell. Mokuji. Alright, time to double check. Double check that. Contents. So that is in this one. Contents. Mokuji. Mokuji. Yes. So you do speak that. You do speak that Q out. You do speak that U out.
Mokuji.
Mokuji. Yes. Table of contents. Alright. And then we're gonna go to the next one, which is index, which is then of course Sakuin. Yeah, Sakin. Sakuin. The fucking bullshit one with the stupid naming. This one.
Sakuin.
Sakuin, yeah. Alright. Time to go back at it again and type it in. So index. Sa. Sakuin. Then the next one, which is grammar. Grammar. Which of course is called Bunpo. Bun. Sentence. And paw. Bun. A small letter change. And then of course nuance is where the meshi begins. So that's nuance is then of course meshi. Alright. And that should be it for all, because now I have everything done. I have now done all of these letters again. So, well, except the first one. Fuck it, I'll do the first one as well. Because why not? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Give me that one. The lessons. And then no, and then this one needs to have that one. So the last one, chapter 1. Well, the chapter lessons, of course. The chapter lessons is of course a daika. Let's fix it up like that. Chapter lesson is then of course dai. Ka. Then we have a sentence pattern, which is then of course sentence pattern is then bunke. So the I is silent and the A is long. Pattern. Bun was already the word for sentence, so that's the whole joke with that one. And now we just added in pattern, so bun ke. Then we have the next one, which is of course the example sentence. So instead of the bun being at the beginning, now it's actually on the outside. So example, re, bun. Which is then re, oh, yeah, come on. Re, and then of course the bun. Which then of course rebun. That one is bunke. Then we have a conversation, which is kaiwa. Conversation. Kaiwa. And I need to double check that one, just in case. So that is a conversation. And that is indeed correct, but let's double check this on the pronunciation. I'm very certain that it's correct. Conversation.
会話
Yeah, that is indeed correct. Alright, continue. Practice. 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 Which is of course renshu. Shu. Then we have an exercise. An exercise, which is then of course Monday. One. Monday. And then the last one, no, 2 more. Then we have answer. Answer of is, of course, ko tae, kotaye. Hold up, I need to make sure that I see this one in the book. Fine. Time to double check this in the book. The answer. Kotaye. So yes. And then of course reading practice is then Yumi Mono. Yeah, that one. So it's kotaye. Then we have, of course, reading materials. Materials. Yomi Mono. But I'll find out if that is correct. Most likely, yes. Let's double check. Yomi Mono. And then of course double checking if I'm speaking it out correctly. Most likely yes, but let's see. Ah, for fuck's sake. No, you don't wanna? Ah, wait. I see what the problem is. There we go.
読み物
Yomi Mono, yes. Alright. That is it for now. I did the whole practice in 1 hour and 50 minutes. That's not too bad, to be honest. But holy shit, it's hot. Alright. So, tomorrow I will be focusing more on getting this thing to the next part. So, tomorrow I will be more focusing on getting the lesson 1 done, so the vocabulary. So, I'm going to be doing the step-by-step bits. So, as you could see now that I have done the first bit, I'm going to be doing now the next bit, which is going to be again step-by-step. So, we're going to make another practice paper for these things. So, vocabulary and then get these done, because after vocabulary there's gonna be a translation part where we need to do a translation, which is gonna be fun, absolutely great, because, well, there is no way of how to do it now because I don't have the words in it. Because of that, I need to do this manually again. So yeah, this is gonna be all fucking manual problem solving, which is very fun. I'm looking forward to that part. By the way, I'm not, but yeah. So I will leave it here for now. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and yeah. Until then. Bye!